Hey YouTubers, this week's video is about the Tenere and the KLR. Some of you know I've had the KLR for 8 years and I've turned it into an adventure touring machine, and I've really enjoyed riding it all over New England. It's set up with knobbies and some other good bits that make it really fun to ride around all day in the dirt. Now I just got back yesterday from a 900-mile weekend trip to Pennsylvania with a Tenere. And that was all street riding. It was an amazing trip. Lots of twisties, some highway, long days in the saddle, about 300 miles a day. And the Tenere just was incredible. Very comfortable. I love the electronic cruise control. It handled very easy in the twisties. In fact, I was comfortable on it in no time. I felt really at ease muscling that 600-pound bike around. It really just belies its size. On the way back, I traded with my buddy on his GS, and we did a little bit of dirt, and it looked like the Tenere does pretty well. Now, I just got back from a 20-mile loop on the KLR, and I'm not going to show you that because you guys have seen my KLR videos. The KLR does great in that kind of stuff, but there's a lot of vibration, and it can kind of beat you up. So I'm going to take the Tenere out on the same route, show you some onboard footage, and then maybe talk about what I liked about it, what I didn't. Then I've got to make a decision. Should I keep the KLR or sell it? My buddies are at me to sell it, saying that I won't ride it anymore, but we'll see. I still enjoy it. I just got back from the route, and as you saw, there's some tight hairpins, some more flat speed sections, and just some general cruising. That's really the kind of riding I love to do on the KLR. Nothing fancy, just drop it and go. And as you could probably tell, the Tenere was really up to the task. It did everything the KLR did, even those really tight hairpins. Now those were a little bit scary initially when I first ran across them this morning, but the Tenere did great. You just have to plane them out a little bit and shift your weight. It's a little bit more work, but they still do just as well. I noticed on the KLR that a good speed to cruise around was around mid-30s. And at times I looked down at the Tenere and it was doing in the 40s. It just felt more stable. And the other thing I noticed too was that the electronic aids never came into play. I never felt the traction control, I never felt the ABS. Everything just did its job, and I was able to really kind of spool up the back wheel around some of those corners coming out of them. And these are just the stock Battlewings, which are a little more than street tires. So I'm really impressed with the Tenere. It's just doing everything really well. And as far as the KLR, it's not looking too good. I'm not really sure what it has over the Tenere, except for maybe some more extreme dirt, which I really am not. And that's not the kind of riding I really like to do anyway. So stay tuned. We'll see on the KLR. But if you're thinking about a Tenere, I can't recommend this bike enough. It just seems to do everything extremely well.